Young Turks, new sponsor, Squarespace. Go Squarespace. Wait, is that a square? Let's go to Fox News Channel. They have decided that Jon Stewart is getting too much credit, and that they're going to go to war with him. So this ought to be fun. Let's watch the goofy bunch at Fox and Friends.
The White House now praising not a network news broadcast or a cable operation for the work on the 9/11 responder bill. No. Robert Gibbs yesterday, the spokesperson for the president, decided to praise comedian Jon Stewart.
And this bill has been looming in the background.
Sure.
So now all of a sudden it's front and center, and it seems as though that Jon Stewart's getting all the credit by expressing outrage on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of last week. But it was really Shepard Smith, because he's done that incredible 9/11 series on Fox Report at 3 o'clock. He's been railing about this for a while. It doesn't seem like Robert Gibbs gets the network.
Well, what's interesting is when you listen to the soundbite that Gibbs just had right there, where he's talking about Jon Stewart and the awareness. Really, with on the Jon Stewart show, he was trying to shame Congress into passing this James Zadroga bill.
I think it's interesting when you have Jon Stewart, who apparently decided to get really serious on this topic and have a serious show about it. You can't really, that's like mixing apples and oranges. Come on. I mean, people already think that his show is real news, which is a problem. So then when you have comedy and then one day you decide to just get totally serious.
He's an activist.
But I don't know if that works in the mind of the American people. But anyway, it's not the first time. Remember, President Obama went on that show, which was a first for a president to do that.
I don't know if that works, except it totally worked. It got the bill passed, which they wouldn't have otherwise.
It works from a television point of view,
yes,
and from a legislative point of view.
If all you cared about was TV, Ben is 100% right. Everybody's talking about The Daily Show because of what Jon Stewart did. It was brilliant. But I must admit, apples, oranges. Why is that apples and oranges?
What's wrong with mixing apples and oranges?
That's what nobody talks about,
Yeah.
okay? You can eat apples and oranges in the same day. It's lovely.
Jesus, there's apples and oranges in this. Throw this crap away. I can't eat this. It's got two different fruits. One of them citrus. I can't eat this.
This is mixing apples and oranges.
Yeah, who cares?
And then my favorite line was the throwaway. He's an activist.
Yeah, he's an activist.
He's an activist.
Also, there's a thing on Fox that I don't think we did or ever did, and certainly you and Anna don't do, which is they frequently say, take a tone or even say no, and then just repeat the point that the other person just made in another way.
No, Ben, we never do that on this show. And I think Fox and Friends does it all the time.
No, but that's, I mean, it's like the first guy, what's the first guy's name? The guy who, the
Bozo.
racist? You know, the one who said he hates all Muslims.
There's Steve Ducey.
No, the other dude.
Brian Kilmeade.
Brian Kilmeade. So Brian Kilmeade makes a point essentially about sort of that it's Shepard Smith's thing, and then Steve Ducey's like, no. The thing of it was Shepard Smith did those series. Jon Stewart, he just did something that got the bill passed. Like, that's what we're saying. That's what the conversation is.
And then they say, activist.
Activist.
By the way, Shep, to his eternal credit, when he came out
Right.
And did his first little thing on it, said, and he went off, and he had Chris Wallace on the show, and he said, oh, by the way, I watched the Jon Stewart show last night, and he was talking about this, and it got me worked up. Shep,
I think
mixing apples and oranges.
I think he did more than that. I think he largely credited Jon Stewart.
Oh, he did. Yeah. We ran the clip on
Yeah,
here.
that's right. I saw it.
And so I don't know what they're doing. And by the way, don't get me wrong, Shep deserves some of the credit. He does. Because without Jon Stewart, first of all, it's a little harder because Jon Stewart deserves 100% of the credit because without him, nobody was talking about it. Nobody, it wouldn't have happened, no way, no how.
No chance.
But at the same time, I don't want to take it away from Shep because he then got all the Fox people on board.
Which was important.
Which is huge because,
yeah.
you know, there's nothing more important at the White House, ironically, given what they were saying. Oh, maybe Gibbs doesn't get the network. Are you kidding me? Gibbs is glued to the network.
Yeah, they're glued to the network. And by the way, they not only are glued to it, they get it.
Right.
They get what you're trying to do.
Right.
And it works.
Yeah, and it works on him. So if they hadn't flipped Fox, if Shep hadn't flipped Fox, who knows, maybe it still might not have happened.
Yeah.
So you know what? Let's be merciful. You threw this out before the show. I agree with it. I think it's 87-13. Okay? And look at us giving Fox News credit. New sponsor at the Young Turks. Squarespace. They help you build websites. They've got 24/7 support, and they've built some of the largest websites in the world.
They have an iPhone app, so you can edit your website on the go.
TYT promo code. 10% off for the life of your order. Squarespace.